Hey everybody, how the heck are ya? I'm Fastidious and welcome back to my channel. It's day 34 in the free-to-play series and there's a lot of stuff to show you today. We're redoing some masteries, booking out champions, we've got tournament results, a brand new arena team, but the overarching theme is SHADOWKIN, 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 SHADOWKIN. This account has become Team SHADOWKIN. I am all in on the SHADOWKIN, so let's get to it.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Here we go, guys. The dust has begun to settle post-Yoshi fusion. For anyone who missed it yesterday, we got the guy. Already got him at level 50. Got him in some gear. We'll go over that in a bit. He's looking okay. But first off, Yoshi events are still going on. 2 tournaments wrapped up yesterday, and we didn't do too bad. We placed in both of them, which is great to see. Let me grab my screenshot. You'll see we got 5th place in this one. This was the arena tournament. So what did that net us? They got us 5 charms. Yeah, 5 charms and 50 gems. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take that every day of the week. Then we also placed in the Champ Chase tournament. Everyone saw that big push yesterday to make sure we got the extra 10 fragments for Yoshi. We placed 7th. Honestly, better than I had expected. And how did we do here? 90 gems and then 5, what is that, rank? I think those are 5 rank charms. So cool. We also have an XP boost there waiting. I don't need it yet. I'll probably cash it in tomorrow. But yeah, thought we'd start off with some positive vibes. More good stuff incoming. Here we go. We've got the referral program. A lot of you guys know on the alt, for one of the alts that I've been putting time into, consummation here, for this, the YouTube account, I've actually been putting work in to finish the Yoshi fusion on that. I have a little project I'm working on to get Yoshi on 3 different free-to-play accounts at all different account levels, different experience levels. It's going great. I'm going to have it done. I'll have a video of that probably later on in the week. But look at that. When you hit level 40, one of the coolest milestones, maybe the best one of the referral rewards, level 40, you get 2 epic books. And honestly, perfect transition to the next thing I wanted to talk about. We got Sachi. You guys saw yesterday in the video, we made her our 4th we made her the 4th 6-star champion on the account. There she is. I got her to level 50. We've ascended her to rank 3, which gives us this great passive, False Death. But we tried booking her out yesterday, but she loves to read. She takes 15 books. We only had 13. I'd been saving up tons of epic books. We had 13. And then we got filled out the A1, filled out the A2. The A3 is still super important. This is probably her best move, and we didn't fully book it out. So need to finish her, all 15 books, but we got these 2 from the referral. Let's throw them on. There we go, fully booked. Kind of a huge move, you know, 3-turn cooldown with the increased attack. Let's just show you the move actually. So places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, then attacks 1 enemy, fills the turn meters of all allies by 20% if this attack is critical. So it's unique in its own way that you actually put a hit on someone and it needs to be crit to make the turn meter come, but this big version AoE increased attack and then also the 20% turn meter fill is similar to a lot of champions we have in the game that we know and love. You know, Old Hermit Yarg, that's a newer one, and then of course Gorgarab, that's a classic. So she's awesome. I'm really happy to have that booked out. Honestly, those 2 epic books, the alt reaching level 40, could not have happened at a better time. Next up, I told you, we're all about the SHADOWKIN. We go from one SHADOWKIN that we already brought to 6-star to the next, Yoshi. So what's going on with Yoshi? We brought him to level 50. Something frustrating, but that will be resolved within like 3 or 4 hours once I stop filming. You need to ascend him to Ascension level 3 to unlock his passive. And his passive, for anyone who doesn't know, I'll read it in 1 second. It is huge, especially if you're going to use him in the arena. So this passive fills this champion's turn meter by 4% each time an enemy receives a buff. So the way we're going to use Yoshi, he's going to be our arena lead with this great 19% speed in all battles aura. But my hope is he's the second fastest out there. You know, I want him to be really fast, so it's taking time, but I've got him to what? 213, it's pretty good, but I'm thinking a lot of the high Katoons, Gorgarabs of the world, these first movers in the level of arena I'm at, are probably built around 220 to 240, so what I'm hoping is, like the Gorgarabs, the Seekers, they throw out that AoE increase attack, so that's 4 buffs they're putting out, that's a 16% increase from the passive, and then he should cut in. Sometimes we're already going first, sometimes we're just missing the cut in. So the Force Keep opens tomorrow. I'm going to be farming it immediately. Unlock this, we should see immediate returns in the arena. And then finally, I wanted to show you guys Masteries. before I do the fun thing that is going to be a bit controversial. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, but let me tease that and then show you Masteries right now. So we started on Yoshi's Masteries. We just did a couple runs. We're doing Minotaur 15. We've been doing that for a couple weeks now, so that's really cool. I think he's kind of a no-brainer to go offense tree and support tree. Why offense? I mean, you're probably going to want a bit of extra damage. If you're like me, you're going to want to use him in the clan boss. I want that accuracy up so I can build my guys with more damage and more defense for sustain. So eventually I want to go down to War Master. I think support is a must. Offense is a must if you're doing clan boss, if you're thinking dungeons. Defense would be a good choice for arena. That's kind of a classic thing to think about with a more supporty type champion. If you're looking PvE content, where you're playing the game, you know, player versus environment, then you're thinking offense and support. If you're thinking player versus player, PvP, arena, then defense and support might be the best choice. But support, for a support champion, you kind of need support. So we're going to get the accuracy, you know, could be nice to land his HP burn, his decreased accuracy, all that good stuff. But eventually, you know, I want to go down to lasting gifts and increase that, get the chance, 30% chance to extend duration of any buff cast by this champion. And of course, it's A3, we get the increased accuracy and the big version increased attack. So I think you kind of got to go this way for this guy. And then also Sachi, see, I have scrolls to unlock her next tree, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm still deciding. I think the obvious choice is to go support. You know, she's got great debuffs. On her A2, she puts out a decreased crit, and she puts out a leech, and that leech is huge for bosses, huge for clan boss, really cool. And then her A1, it's an AoE, so her default skill is an AoE, which makes her even better than she already is, and it puts out a decreased accuracy, which is kind of huge in dungeons, really huge in the Doom Tower. So you could say accuracy, 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 but we're going to be pairing her with Yoshi all the time, so she should have a 50% accuracy buff up a lot. So I kind of want to stay away from this. I mean, we also would have the benefit of lasting gifts for increased attack from her A3, and then Master Hexer for the leech, the decreased accuracy, the decreased crit. But I'm really tempted, because I mentioned she has an AoE on her default skill. Excuse me, where is it? Where's Retribution? Sorry guys, I can't find it. Here's Retribution. I kind of want to put this mastery on her. I think it would work in all content that I intend to use it. It's maybe a strange choice to pick a whole mastery tree for one move, but it's kind of a huge move. I mean, it's kind of what you have to do with like Sinesha too, or like who's another example, or her sister Skullcrown. If you look at this, 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% or more of their max HP from a single enemy skill. So she's got good HP, good defense, nothing crazy. I'm using her in the arena. This will happen a lot. If we're gonna have 50% chance to counterattack, I kind of love it. I mean, I think long term she could be a great candidate for a stun set, similar to a Bellower. You know, when you've got that AoE on the A1. So that could be really good for dungeon content, Doom Tower content, all that stuff. She's already going to be a monster in Doom Tower as it is with her decreased accuracy. So I'm really tempted to pick this tree just for the Retribution. Tell me what you guys think. Am I being crazy? Am I being, do I have a bit of tunnel vision? But yeah, I'm not going to decide yet. There's no real rush. I'm mostly only just using her in arena teaser. That's coming in like 2 minutes. But first, I teased something big was going to happen. I've been thinking about it. I've been talking about it with a lot of you guys on Discord. I'm going to book Yoshi. So why am I going to book Yoshi? Well, look here. This is a day 34 count. I have 8 legendary books. I've been working my tush off. I'm working hard, out there grinding away to get legendary books whenever I see an opportunity. I got 8 of them. We might not be getting another legendary champion for minimum 6 weeks. Because with Brogni, and Brogni's going to be hard, man. So the only reason to not book Yoshi as I see it, because, and I'll explain why he's going to be so useful to this account, the only reason would be if I'm all in on Brogni. And I am. But I have a feeling, because we know Brogni has a 5-turn cooldown, I think on his A3, 4-turn on the A2, but the kind of champion he's going to be, I think that could be sufficient. We might not need 100% uptime on all his carry support kind of abilities, Brogni with the big shields, all that stuff. I'll card up to my video previewing him for anyone who hasn't seen that and is unfamiliar with his kit. I'm going to be a terrific champion. But with Yoshi, I mean, this A3, I want it on a 3-turn cooldown. I think it brings him from like a pretty good champion to like kind of an amazing champion for the point in the game I'm at. So if we were just using him, if you're just going to use Yoshi in the arena, we wouldn't have to put any books on him. But I'm going to use him almost everywhere, I think. I think this move is so big. Places a 50% increased accuracy buff and a 50% increased attack buff. I read them in the wrong order there, guys. On all allies for 2 turns. So you got him going fast. He has that high base speed of 103. You see we're already building the speed for the arena. So he's going to go fast. This is basically going to be 100% uptime on most allies. And then on top of that, you get the True Fear, you know, just an added bonus, 50 to 75% chance when booked, 75 to 100% chance. And we're going to book it, so we'll see what happens. I just think it's so huge to have the increased accuracy on basically 100% uptime, because then I basically can build all my characters with 2/3 the accuracy of where I see them fit. So instead of Kael being at 200 accuracy, you could be at about 135 accuracy, and that's just enormous. 133, 135, whatever it is. Like, that lets us build our Kael in a totally different way. That lets us build Sachi if we're going to use her as a leech in dungeons and Klimas, a totally different way. So that's my explanation. Guys, I mean, don't think I'm being haphazard with my books. If you guys want to be more conservative, I've been really conservative with books on my main account, which is also 100% free to play. But here, enough talking. I think we got to do it. I really think we've got to do it. I want, and it's possible. I think probability states it should take 12 books. He requires 14 books to fully book. I don't care about this move being on a lower cooldown. 3 turns is already good enough. It'd be cool if it was on 2 turn. It hits kind of hard, actually. But I really just want this, so we could get lucky and just finish it off here. We'll see. But I mean, if we're talking about it, there's 3 skills. I think 12 books is reasonable. If it was an even distribution, 4, 4, 4, and that's how it happened. I mean, we'll see if we're lucky. We haven't been lucky in the past. We decided to fully book Sachi. All right, clearly I'm procrastinating because I'm anxious. Let's just do it. It's done. We can't turn back. Okay, 4 immediately into the A1. 2 into the A2. So that means we only got 1 in the A3, right? Oh, none. What? Oh, right, 4 and 2. Oh, my God. So this was bad. This was really bad. This was really bad. But this is what happens. We're playing a game where they like to push us around, you know? The RNG gods. And honestly, not even gods, just the developers. Okay, so, I mean, best case, let's just hope we already land in the A3. Let's go one by one. There's one. Okay, maybe it was a bad choice to do them all at once. Tell me, do you guys think that was bad luck? I don't know. I just thought, let's just get over with. Pull off the Band-Aid. All right, give me another one in A3, please. Pink. This is bad. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go full books on this guy. So that's going to take me a while. So I need 6 more books. So this one's done. So cool thing on this one, now we have a 40% chance stun on the A1. That's kind of heartbreaking, though, I have to be honest. To get 6 more books, I'm definitely going to go all in and push on this champ training event. That's up. We're like, I think at about 14,000 points you can get a legendary book. We need to train our champions anyway. We're really at that point where we have to start building a really full roster. Not in terms of quantity of characters, but we need to beef up the guys we have. We got to get Yoshi to 6-star. Probably got to get Banshee to 6-star. Eventually, maybe even Coffin Smasher. So really got to start thinking about that. This is heartbreaking, though. This really is. Wow. I mean, so we got the extra 10% of placing the True Fear. That could be cool in the arena. So he's going to be bit better in the arena, but I mean, I really want this for Clan Boss. I really want this for Dungeons. I really want it for Doom Tower. I want it everywhere. Yeah, it's likely. I mean, we could get lucky and get 3 here, and then it only takes, what, 11 books? Is that right? So it still could be lucky. I don't want to rule it out, but yeah, that did not go the best. But guys, I'm still doing this. What am I doing? I'm going to redo Kael's Masteries. I've been saying for a while, I did Kael with these really, what I would kind of describe as conservative early game masteries, where I built him with Eagle Eye, to get that early accuracy, because I wanted to build him with damage and not obsess over accuracy. And then I was saying, when I got Yoshi, we would redo this and make him focus more on the offensive tree than the support tree. It's a little harder to stomach doing this. We get 1 free reset. I've been saving it for this moment. It's harder to stomach it knowing Yoshi's still on a 5-turn cooldown. But that being said, I'm doing it anyway. I think it's really important. I really want to get War Master, and I really want to get Shield Breaker. So let's reset it. I'll quickly talk through it. I mean, I've talked through his Masteries before. I'll quickly talk through it again. Let's just do it so there's no turning back. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So we got our 2 branches unlocked. We're going the same direction, support and offense. I'll go through what am I doing where. So damage makes sense. You start with the crit rate. Gotta get your crit rate. Gotta get your crit damage. Now here, if anyone remembers, we went Heart of Glory, I think it was. Either Heart of Glory or Exalted Death. I'm pretty sure it was Heart of Glory, but we're going Shield Breaker. This is great. I mean, the Shield meta is becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger thing in mid-game arena, which is kind of surprising. It's more of like a early, later game arena. Like early levels of gold is where I was used to seeing that, and then it kind of tails off later in gold. Here we go. Increases damage inflicted to targets under shield buffs by 25%. So this is kind of cool because Shield Breaker is also on War Maiden, but War Maiden doesn't hit that hard. So what happens a lot is there'll be a shield about this big. War Maiden will go. She goes before Kael, obviously, and she'll get it about this small. but doesn't get rid of it, which is actually nice, because then Kael can come in with this Shield Breaker Mastery I'm unlocking in this moment, and then also let me move myself actually to the middle so I'm not in the way of any of these Masteries, guys. Kael can come in and he'll get that 25% benefit, but there's very little shield to deal with, so then that's also almost all going to be pure damage. Anyway, then we go right down the line, of course. Targets less than 40%, helps him snipe him off, or if we hit the clan boss when he's lower on health. Higher max HP, obvious for bosses and obvious for the clan boss. Then what do we got here? Damage from the A1, kind of a no-brainer again. And then Kael, he's got quadruple hit on the A2, but single hit on the A3, single hit on the A1. So of course you go War Master. There we go. Now let's keep moving our way down, and then we'll decide how we're going to fill the rest out. So we got our 10 accuracy here. Again, no-brainer. Then here, 20 accuracy when no skills on cooldown. So great for the clan boss when our poisons come back around. So we get that. 4 accuracy for each enemy alive. So really good in like dungeon waves. It's not a must, but you'll see the other option here because we're working on this way, and we're almost certainly going to buy one of the offense masteries to fill out the tree. 30% chance of increasing turn meter when a debuff cast by this champion removed or expired. Actually, I don't hate it. You know, if you guys remember, the way I went down the first time was I got both of these. Let's see if maybe we'll get both of them again, actually. First hit on each enemy. Don't care. Actually, it'd be really good for the arena. Maybe actually we have to take Ruthless Ambush. This is a nice heal, but now Kael's going to be in lifesteal for a really long time, and we've also got a leech coming from Sachi, so we don't need Life Drinker. What is this? Whirlwind of Death. Speed for each enemy killed by this champion. But it's round by round, so it's not really going to help us that much in the arena. I mean, maybe if we did the thing where we kill 3 and there's one more coming, but at that point we're probably going to win the battle anyway. Yeah, I'm actually going to take Ruthless Ambush, the extra 8% on the first hit on each enemy, so extra 8% damage inflicted on all 4 enemies if we get our nuke off in the arena. Let's take that. So now this is the decision. Turn meter by 10%, 30% chance of it happening when a debuff cast by this champion is removed or expired. Could be really nice with the clan boss since we're running a speed setup. Or we can take the extra accuracy. I'm taking this, because we're going to get accuracy from Yoshi. He's eventually going to be fully booked. We're doing it. We're taking Arcane Celerity. You guys might be used to seeing this kind of sideways V, the little arrow pointing thing going, but we're going this way. Now, what's next? Evil Eye, you know, it's good in the arena for more single target people, but his first move is almost always going to be an AoE, and we're hoping that it's just that's a sweep, that we flush him. So then you only get a 5% decrease instead of a 20% decrease in turn meter. So I don't think it makes sense. We're going to go right here to Lord of Steel. There we go, if it ever loads. Then, of course, we need to get, where's Sniper? We need to get Sniper. It brings, increases the chance of landing those, it's a 50% chance when he's booked, of course, Kael's booked, to land those 4 poisons that come, big version, that come from his A2, or A3, excuse me. So we're going to want to, of course, get that extra 5% chance. There we go. So now we filled it out. We got 2 more choices to make. Let's see what we got here. Wrath of the Slain. Dead allies doesn't matter. We don't really want dead allies. Could help if you're struggling in campaign farming or something. This I like. This Cycle of Violence could be cool. 30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill if the damage inflicted exceeds 30% of the target's max HP. So it wouldn't be good against bosses or clan boss, of course, but could be really nice potentially in the arena, but mostly with like campaign farming and mob waves. I kind of like that. This one we're not going to take. Opportunist doesn't matter. It's when the targets are CC'd. Let's see, what's here? Cycle of Magic. This is really nice, but it's such a small percentage. I'd rather take, what is it? Cycle of Violence. And then what's this one? Evil Eye. Yeah, we're going to skip that. We're going to go for a Cycle of Violence here. Because Kael, we got a ton of crit on him, or he's hitting hard. And then finally, what have we got here? We got Kill Streak. Increases damage 6% in the arena. For each enemy killed. Doesn't matter to me. I guess when you're fighting against that last Vergis that's standing or something in a showdown battle. But that doesn't happen that much. Blood Shield's a good choice, but we should have decent support once we get Brogni. I know it's looking down the line, but this is the last time we're going to build him, you know? Unless I want to pay the whatever it is. How much is it? 200? 150. Stoked Fury. Only good if we had like a Gerp Tucked or something. I think we're going to go Master Hexer for sure. 30% chance to extend the duration of buffs. And then what is this? Speed for dead allies. Yeah, we're going Master Hexer. So these are Kael's brand new spanking masteries. We'll go to Arena in just a minute, and we'll see how that pays off. Before we leave our large champion check-in, I always talk about, I love the champion check-in. This is a really long one. Sorry, guys. But a lot happened with our champions today. We're booking guys out. We're doing masteries. We also did a regear. So shout out, thank you very much to Hell Hades for providing the community with that great artifact optimizer. I used that to my advantage to focus really on 2 regears, and then I filled in the rest. But the most, actually really 3. The one we started with is our best champion on our account. It's Apothecary. I've been saying for a while, support champions like Apothecary, where both support moves are fantastic. They're best in Relentless gear. We have great Relentless gear for how early on we are, and most of that was on Cardinal. It's finally moved to Apothecary, which I said would happen once we got someone else that could do speed, and that's Sachi with their A3 with the turn meter boost. So what do we got here? Let's just look at the full stats, and then I'll show you the key pieces, because we have some nice pieces. So I got him to 210 speed. He's not on our arena team anymore, just tag. So 210's, it's pretty good. I mean, he could still be arena viable with this for how Bronze 4, honestly, like Silver 1, Bronze 4 is kind of where we're living at this point. Until we get Yoshi's passive, then I'm hoping to see an improvement. He actually has some crit on him, which is good for the critical heals. Then I just wanted a nice supply, 35,000 or more on the health. I wanted 2,000 defense. We'll get that once we, it's kind of hard to see through here, but once we plus 16 those gloves, the next artifact enhancement. And then that's really it. You know, I just want him going fast enough. I want him tanky enough that he doesn't die. And then, yeah, I want to get those extra turn procs. So yeah, what are the most fun pieces to highlight? Also, I just realized I'm still in the middle, guys. Let me go back to my bottom left. That's where I like to hang out. This is a great piece. Double roll on speed. Got a low HP on it. Another double roll on speed. And then this one, not a double roll on speed, but great for Apothecary because we got the defense percentage and the HP percentage for tankiness. We got the speed, and then we got some crit rate for his heals. Then we got defense on the gloves. I need to finish this off. These are probably the worst pieces we have on. We got a nice chest. It's speed with an extra roll on speed, a speed set with an extra roll on speed, and then also some crit for his critical heals. And then these boots are fine. But eventually we're going to want 6-star boots, but, you know, it's early days. Sometimes I forget how early this account is, but it's only day 34. The next up was Yoshi. So for Yoshi, it was, I want to get him really fast, but not that fast, you know? So the number I picked that I put into the calculator was like 210 or higher. We got him at 213, which I think is just about perfect once we get his passive up and running tomorrow. Hopefully that's working perfectly and I can show it off. See, this gear needs work. This was on Apothecary. This is that amazing triple roll on speed that was on Bellower. We moved that over. Then just some random boots. This was on Cardinal. Not the best piece, good for tankiness, no extra speed. And these are the flat HP gloves that I can't seem to get rid of. I can't shake them. These were on Apothecary, but it's got 11 speed on a speed set. It's good to see. And then here's a double speed roll, which I actually hadn't been using. So hopefully we roll this up and we either get some accuracy, some HP percentage, some defense percentage. Would be cool. We only have one ring. It's on Sachi, who I'm about to show off now. She was the other champion we put through the optimizer to really work through. So what am I looking for on Sachi? I want crit, crit, crit. We want 100% crit, ideally for her A3 to work. We get the 20% turn meter fill if it crits. So she's not great yet. She's only at 86, but 86%, these gloves are not done. I'll show you right here. When these gloves are done, we'll be at 40. So that's another 11%. So then we'll actually be at 97%. Then she's looking good. I mean, still suboptimal gear, but whatever. And then I wanted her to go fast. How fast? Minimum 193. Why? Because she needs to be faster than War Maiden. I wanted it working out that War Maiden also benefited from the increased attack. So I just put her minimum at 193 because War Maiden's at 192. I ended up going with 197. Keep in mind, this will be faster. Sachi, she has 95 speed, but she actually gets 7 extra speed once she reaches 6-star of Ascension. So maybe tomorrow that will happen once I keep farming the Force Keep. We'll see how much energy and how lucky I am. But then, I mean, she'll be more, not at 197, she'll be more at like, trying to think, because we'll get the bonus from the, these bonuses will be bigger, because her new base will be higher. So it won't just be 104, an extra 7 that she gets. It will be much more like 107 or so. 207, 204 and 207. So she'll be quick. She'll be right behind Yoshi. Should be a really nice tune. And yeah, that's kind of about it. We filled in gear from where we took it off. Bellower, there he is. He's going fine. He's really slow. Coffin Smasher, slowly chipping away at. He is in the Clan Boss team, which is the very last thing I've got to show you before we hop in Arena and we finish this guy off. I'm sorry, a lot of stuff to get through, guys, but I mean, I finally feel like today I got to play the game again. My whole life has been Yoshi. I mean, this YouTube stuff is a lot of work. It's at least 3/4 of all my days since I started it, and then now that it's Yoshi, I feel like all I think about is this fat, drunk Japanese samurai boy with red hair. So I'm just happy to have that a bit behind me, just enjoy him for his own character play, and then get back to the actual account. That being said, big milestone for anyone who keeps up the daily progression log. We 2-keyed hard for the first time ever, and I'm pretty sure this will be regardless of affinity. How'd we do it? Basically, Coffin Smasher. Shout out to Coffin Smasher. For anyone who saw in Discord, I put up 2 keys over 6 million. It was like a 6.35 key, and then I'll card the other one up here. I only took one screenshot. This was like 611, I think, 6.11 million. So 6.35 million, 6.11 million. More than enough. Yeah, that must be exactly it, because that adds up to this. So yeah, we're over 12 million. We need, what, 1.6, 1.7? Yeah, 1.6 and a half. Not 11.6 and a half. Guys, I can't talk. I'm off by factors of 10 million now. But yeah, looks good. We'll see. I'm curious what it's going to be like when we face Force Affinity. But yeah, this looks good. Yeah, Coffin Smasher, he has the decrease attack on the A1. And once we get him fully booked out, that will hit even more, and we should have even more sustain. Let's keep it moving. And also, I think definitely Yoshi and probably Sachi will eventually move into this team, but I kind of need to book Yoshi first. Anyway, Arena, we've been teasing it. What is the new Arena composition? You'll see here. Let's see how we've been doing on defense. Not that bad. We had a big losing streak here. This is actually, I know when this was. This was when I was changing the gear on everyone, but forgot to change my champions on my defense. So I still had High Katoon in there and Apothecary. Apothecary was fine, but High Katoon had nothing on her. She was just barren. So yeah, they were going against the slowest High Katoon, weakest High Katoon in the world, like a level 25 rank 4 High Katoon. So what's the thinking here, guys? Well, once we get the passive going, Yoshi's quick, 213 speed. We want the other team going, like a Gorgrab, hopefully, or maybe another Yoshi. They go, they throw out an increased attack, or they throw out some AoE buff. Doesn't have to be increased attack. Increased attack is great for the second part of his A3, but they throw out something, so he gets, maybe they throw out 2, maybe it's a Duchess or something, but he gets something like a 16% turn meter boost. That's enough to bring him up that level. He's at 213 speed, he has his 19% aura, then he gets the 16%. That should be enough for him to slide on in, take over. He comes in, and then he puts out his A3, which is the increased attack, the increased accuracy, and then the 50%, or I guess now we put a book into it, so it was an extra 10%. So the 60% if they don't have increased attack, or the 85% if they do, chance to put True Fear, get a little CC out. Then Sachi will come right in behind him. She does her A3. If it crits, well, she'll put out an increased attack, which won't matter because Yoshi just did that. There's a bit of redundancy. It's not perfect. This team's good. It's not perfect. But then she gets the 20% turn meter fill, and that between that 20% fill and Yoshi's speed aura, it's not perfectly tuned, obviously, but it should be sufficient at least to make sure War Maiden slides in, and then we're hoping Kael gets in there in time. Maybe the CC pays off, and we nuke him out of town. So, I explained it. It will not work perfectly right now, I promise you, because we do not have the benefit of Yoshi's passive. But this is the kind of team I would love to face once we have the passive. Gorgrab is almost certainly going to be their fastest. Maybe it's Apothecary. But even if it's Apothecary, he puts out the AoE increased speed. That's plus 16 turn meter. But best if Gorgrab goes, put out the AoE increased attack, so Yoshi gets the extra 25% chance. So we're looking at an 85% chance to land True Fear when Yoshi comes in and puts his buffs on. So we scare them off, we CC them, Sachi comes in, speeds us up, gets new increased attack, then we get the decreased defense, then we get the new. So we'll see how this actually works. We do not benefit from that 16%, 32% with the passive. So yeah, that would have been us cutting in right there. So here we go though. So their Gorgrab didn't cut in, but look at this. If they had their tune a little different, right, and it went the way I would have thought it should have gone, with either Gorgrab first or Apothecary first, and then the other one right after, probably best to have Apothecary and then Gorgrab right after, we would be looking at 32% turn meter boost if we didn't cut in, plus the attack up, so the 85% chance here, because we have the extra 10% from books to land that True Fear. So let's see it now. Of course, we're going to do the A3. Hopefully we land at least one True Fear. We did on Aethel. So we're going to want to crit. So I should not target Nizana. We want to go for a weak or affinity, which actually will give her almost 100% chance. I actually think it will, because you get 15% extra crit chance against the affinity you're strong against. And then, yeah, she's at 86. That'll be 101. So we go for Gorgrab. There it is. And we also go for Gorgrab because he's the reviver. We want him to die. This actually should be a win, as long as I was going to say, it should be a win as long as Kael gets to go. And he doesn't. But you can see, Kael would have gotten to go. You saw how close his turn meter was. He would have gotten to go. Just throw on auto and lose. He would have gotten to go if we had the passive. So this team is like under construction still. We might even drop to bronze 3 if we lose another one. It doesn't really work the way I intended it until I get that passive. But let's see, what time is it now? My time. We're 38 minutes away from the game clock, the game day ending. So I would say within 2 or 3 hours, I will have Yoshi. I'm just going to get him to level 3, just to unlock the passive, and it should be pretty huge. Here's another team. This is another team I think we would just eat alive with the passive. I don't care if we lose. I just want to show you how it would work. So here's thinking of their Apothecary's faster. He's not. So here, this actually has been happening a lot, that people have pretty slow teams. You would think, though, they have the same 19% aura from Battle Stage, or maybe actually it's even 20% from Battle Stage. So it's surprising that they're not faster than us, but I guess we're in Bronze 4 now instead of Silver 1. So we do this. Hopefully we have a 60% chance of True Fear. We landed 2 of them. Pretty huge. We have to go for Magic. We want the extra 15% crit. I think Kael's probably scarier. Big hit. Look at that. And let's see if they cut in. If they don't cut in, this is a win. They don't. They were True Feared out, if you saw that. And look, that's how it will operate, I think, quite consistently once we have the passive. Let's see if there's one more worth fighting. Here, let's just try this one. So this I think would be a gimme battle if Yoshi had his passive up. The only way we would ever lose this battle without Yoshi is if their Haiku team is faster, and it's how we could lose it right now. But I want him to be fast. I want her to be faster once we have the passive. I know I'm getting redundant, but I just want to hammer this home. It's frustrating that Force Keep wasn't open, but at least it's not another 2 or 3 days. It's just tomorrow. But I think there'd be no way we would ever lose this fight if we had the passive. I'd say it's a toss-up without the passive. So we'll see. We'll see who's faster. Okay, we're faster anyway. Really weird. Really slow guys out here. Maybe I was just spending too much time in silver and I'm not used to it. But there you go. That's pretty frustrating. We should cut in anyway. I guess I'm going to target Aethel. She's probably scarier. That's a pretty good hit. You saw War Maiden died, so we don't have to decrease defense, but we do have the increased attack, which is something we haven't had for a while. Let's get it. Okay, it's a sweep. That's a good place to end. So you see, our team's strong enough that we can still get wins here and there. I'll get into battle log. I had to do a lot of experimenting. I did get some losses on offense today. So you see there, that was clearly I was struggling there. Zargala's kicking my butt. I'm going to wrap up here, though. Hopefully tomorrow could be a really fun arena episode. I'm hoping once the passive is up that we're just tearing through. I'm thinking like mid-Silver 1. Maybe we even finally make it back to Silver 2. We haven't been there for more than half a day for like weeks now. But guys, I know I showed a lot of stuff today, but I mean, we're really finally progressing. I mean, now that our efforts are not just on Yoshi, it's just on the whole team, we can really make true progress. I hope you guys are seeing that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me, if you like my content, as I always say, it's free to play and it's free to click. So like and subscribe. And with all that being said, I will see you tomorrow.
Fastidious.